Hey there, welcome back guys. This video is part 1 in the 3-part series, possibly 4, and we're going to be building a micro drone. That's right, a Tinywhoop. We got all the parts here. This is great if you already have your flight controller, or maybe you've already built one of the drones in the Pavo series, because we're going to try and use one of their chips, the flight controllers, to control the Tinywhoop. So without any further ado, let's get started. This part is going to just going to be an unboxing of the parts so we can see what we got, see if they fit, and the second part will be the build. All right, come, let's go. Let's see what we have here. Most likely this is probably the bod. I got the parts from AliExpress, which is amazing because all this right here cost me about less than 20 bucks, 17 or 18 dollars. Well, hopefully there won't be any additional parts needed since we have everything. We'll kind of like do a Frankenstein and transpose everything over, so it should work. We're just gonna make, and if you saw my live video, we already built this, right? This is for the O3 air unit so that it can connect, and hopefully, you know, everything will just work accordingly. If not, we'll rebuild another one, and all that will be done in the 3-part series, possibly 4, depending on what needs to be done. But really cool. And again, the only thing wrong with AliExpress is that you have to wait, you know. So if you want your stuff overnight, you're going to pay more with Amazon. I do use Amazon because sometimes I can't wait, but in this particular case, you know, drones are expensive. Okay, so look, similar frame. No, I'm not sure if this would be called a Tinywhoop because, yeah, maybe. I mean, that's just what they said, but it kind of reminds me of the frame to the, I think the Pavo Pico has a smaller frame. Yeah, so it's amazing. It's called a Tinywhoop, but the Pavo Pico frame is actually smaller. Interesting. Whoops. Just gonna put this back here. Okay, so we have the frame. Let's see what this, because that's gonna require scissors or the blade. I don't know what this part is. Ah, nice. The body. I wonder if there are screws in here. No screws. It's, you know, nicely packaged. Sweet. Make sure there's nothing else in there, because the last thing we want to do is look for parts. Nice. So this is the body. This is where the O3 air unit goes. And I'm sure oh, nice. The front's the front, the back's the back. This is kind of cool. Can't wait to fly this thing. Oh, these are the screws. Okay, it has screws. So I would say keep the box. I'll leave a link to all the parts in the description down below. And now the moment of truth. Because even though we have all the parts, right, we want to make sure that the flight controller will actually fit in there. And we're going to be using the flight controller to the Pavo Pico version 1. And you can, and you know, if you don't know how to tell the difference between the flight controllers, I'll leave a link to that in the description. Pavo Pico version 1, the O3 air unit wires are soldered to the board. Pavo Pico version 2, there's a cable. So this is the Pavo Pico version 2, because the O3 air unit has a cable thingy right there. So I believe, no, 1. That's actually for the other connector, I believe. No, it's right there. I'm so confused. Here, the only way to tell is to, yeah, this is, put this in here. See, this is a Pavo Pico version 2. So you know, and we're not going to use this one. We're going to use the one, see, it goes right in. So that's how you can tell the difference between the flight controllers, okay? Knowing that, moving forward, we're going to pull this out. We're going to put this one away. We'll save this one for another drone build, but I want to use the one because we built this cable right here, and we're going to solder it onto the board. But that's in part 2, okay? Part 2 will be the build, and part 3 will be the configuration, and then part 4 will probably be the flight. We'll see. Don't. I'll let you know as the videos progress. Okay, let's see which one this one is. This one is, oh yeah, Pavo Pico version 1. The chip is a little bit smaller, and you have to solder that down, which is fine. It's easy. If you watch me build the last Pavo Pico, when I crashed it, it was rebuilt from scratch, like this. But the moment of truth, please work. Oh, sweet. The chip fits! Oh my god, this is a total game changer. So we can use, you're probably wondering like, why that chip? Because it's plug and play. You just like have to solder everything on, which is fine. And then after you solder everything on, you, oh, interesting. Hopefully, we'll be able to access things from here. After you solder everything on, you you just configure it to fly. I can flash the CLI dump from the previous drone, and it should just fly. It should just work. It should in the perfect world. But we'll see, because this is the back. See the back with the back. This is, it's the back because that's the battery. So I'm trying to figure out how this would actually go. Because with wires, it's a little bit tricky. This is the antenna. Okay, we can bend that a little bit. The antenna can be bent. I'm just curious about where it would go, because we need to access this part right here. See that? And then also we have to put a capacitor. So we're not out of the park just yet. And I can see why they want you to use their particular chip. A little bit of a bummer. Unless, right? It might be possible. It's going to be hard to finagle, but if we can get one of these things in there, like a little cable, there's a little dongle thing right here. So that's what this is for. So we can make one of these, right? Let's see. If we make one of these, if this fits in, this one I made, so they're very easy to make. Well, sort of. Once you know how to make one, it's pretty much a walk in the park. But all right, so if we had one of these already made on the drone, and then squeeze it in, yeah, it's doable. To some extent, yeah. See, that'll fit. And then what we can do is run this underneath there before actually putting everything together. Okay, so that's doable, right? And then that can go like that. You'd have that underneath. The battery would go under. And then the other thing, well, this doesn't matter because the wires to the this thing that we just made are going to get soldered on anyway. And then the O3 air unit on the top. It sounds easy, but it's complex because we're jerry-rigging it, and I'm just thinking on the fly on how to get it to work. But the most important thing is that we got the chip in there. And then I don't know what this one is, to be honest with you, even though I ordered it. It's hard to remember what was ordered. And I believe you might be able to find this online. It looks like something you can actually 3D print. Oh, speaking of 3D print, and hopefully in the perfect world, we need to make sure that the motors will actually go in there. And if they do, it'll be awesome. Oh, the propellers. Huh. Yeah. Okay. So these are the Tinywhoop props, I believe. I wonder if you could use, I mean, you probably could use the other props that we have somewhere laying around here in a bag, considering that, let's see. So the props will go, I don't need this. See, these are the Gefman 2023-3 yellow. These are the ones that they said to get because I had reached out to one of the vendors. Oh, but unfortunately, we may not be able to use these props. We'll see. Time will tell. Because the motors that we have, let's see what we have here. Hopefully they fit. Designed for a different frame and different prop. It does have 4 holes, which is good. Okay, doable. All right, so the motors will work, and we may have to use the other props, which let me test out and see if they would fit. Oh, and look. Oh, no, that's okay. We can always strip the wires and just make them a little bit longer. But as you can see, these wires are just too short. A little bit of a bummer. Let's see if I have another set of motors with longer cables. And we'll, you know, again, we'll have to jerry rig it, which means we'd have to cut the wires, and then these are a little bit longer. This is as long as it goes though, but I do have another set of motors inside a box. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so even if we did that, these may work. Maybe. Let's see if I soldered one in. Yeah, maybe. These are a little bit longer if we soldered them. Okay, so we'll use these. We'll for sure, you know, and see how that works out for us. Yeah, definitely these. I wonder what the difference is between these and the other ones. This way you know. Let's see. So these will have to be soldered. The brackets will have to be soldered. These are the Beta FPV Whoop drone, which is this. This is a Whoop drone. And these are Beta FPV brushless motors. Wow, nice. Well, you could use either or. You would just have to splice the wires. But since, you know, I think just to, because we may want to use these motors again, it might be better to just use the connectors, right, if we do another build. So we got figured out that part. The propeller part, a little bit tricky because, let's see, I mean, they might just, oh no, I was going to say they might just go right on, right? But no, they'd have to fit right through the hole, so we will have to use the other ones. But 1 second, let me go get a set that I know we have. Oh, bummer. Definitely, whoops, too big. So it might require us getting, so it might be delayed a little bit because it may require getting the correct propellers. Unless it fits in, right? Oh yeah, these fit, but will it go? No, it's not going to go. It won't fit in the frame. A little bit of a bummer, a little bit of a snag, but that's okay. You know, we're partway there. Not there yet. Let's see. Will that fit? Nah, it's just too big. Wow. Maybe that's why it's called a Tinywhoop. I mean, you probably could. Nah, not do it. Oh, nice, but look, it does have the holes, too. So I wonder if we can find them smaller. Let me check. I may have another set of props. Hopefully. Yeah, no, I should have another set of props, actually. And hopefully, it's in here. More stuff. But hopefully... Ah, nice. Yes, we do have. Okay. So, here we go. See that? And now we have... And I don't think I need to order any more. Because I have a whole bunch. And I believe I have yellow ones, too, somewhere. Not yellow like that, but ones like this. A little bit smaller. So we'll leave that there. Let's see what we got here. Because I remember when I had to crash that drone. And then there were some that... Ricardo had suggested to us, and it's not this, it's another set. So we have with propellers, which is great. And they'll just when we're going to open up that motor and see. Forget. I believe it goes like this. Yep. Just make sure. So we have 1, 2. Hopefully we have enough. And then the other one goes the other way. Which way? That one goes that way. Okay, so 3, 4. So this one for sure goes that way, and the other one goes the other way, I believe. Yeah. So I need one more of the other one. Hopefully I have one. Yep, I have one. Nice. So there we go. And in case you're wondering, I'll move this out of the way. I believe the setup is like this. One goes this way, one goes that way, one goes that way, and one goes that way. And if you need 2 of each identical. So, knowing that, moving forward, but let's just make sure we'll check one of the other drones so that we know. but it's how they go on. So see, look, this is the bottom, so they're facing wrong. So I would have to do it like this. So that goes like that, and then this one goes facing the door. See that? So this one's facing that. Remember the 03 unit, the camera has to be facing that way. So then that goes like that, and then this one goes that way. So most likely that one's not going to work. So this one goes, nope. How about this one? Bummer. This one works. So now I need one more. Oh, it does work. Yeah, so there we go. Because this one is going that way, right? And then this one is going that way. And then when I put them on, it'll look like that upside down when I push them in like that. See? But not on this drone, it'll be on the other one. And we'll use this as a guide so that we know which way it goes. Now let's check out that other motor though. Had these for a long time. You've been following me. I just never got around to using them. Let's see. What I like about these is that the wires are longer. Except it would make this Tinywhoop a little bit more faster and powerful. These motors comes with the screws. Don't mix them up, okay? But no, it's not going to work anyway because, it might work. Interesting. Actually, keep these screws here. It might work because there's an option for 4 too, but I would rather use these on the Get Bar C's than a log 25. See, it has four holes, and this would probably fit in there. A little bit longer, more powerful, but you know what? Let's keep it simple because the last thing we want to do is waste good parts on this build. This will be experimental, so we'll use definitely these motors. Since the wires are longer. Put this back in the box, and let's see what we have here. So this, and the good thing about these, what I like is that hopefully if they fit on, you don't have to screw them on. They just simply push right on. In the perfect world, if we can, oh nice, yeah, they'll go on. Sweet. So all we'll have to do is screw in, we won't have to screw them in. You just have to pray that they just continue to hold, which they should, because they're, to some extent, these are on this drum. See? They're not screwed in. You just push them in. But it's a pain to get off. So we're good in that sense. So we're good. We're golden. Nice. Just got to clean up that mess down there. And then we have a little tool here, hopefully, to remove the props because they are, like I was saying, hard to get off. But you want to do it right. Whoops. And that's it. I believe we have everything we need, except you. So stand by and stay tuned. Don't change that channel because we're going to be building our first Tinywhoop. But that part I'm a little confused about. But that's what it said. It said Tinywhoop. This is a Tinywhoop frame. But I imagined something smaller. Like really small, but this is the frame that the 03 air unit will go in, which is really cool. Look at that. Oh wow, this is so cool. Yeah, we have all the parts and the screws, which are, yeah, here for Vista mount. We have our Vista mount. Yeah, wow, it's gonna be so cool. Yeah, so that's it. End of part 1 in the Build a Tinywhoop series. Hope this video helped you in understanding on what parts you might need or what parts you might have lying around that you can salvage without having to spend money and buy new ones. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.